everybody, it's Dave and Becky. We're here canning peaches. How exciting is this? Oh yes, there we go. We are canning peaches and talking to you for our Team Talk Tuesday. See, there's my peaches back there. Still got a little bit more left to do, but they're coming along. So anyway, we love Team Talk Tuesday. We love getting to come and talk to you guys and hopefully giving you a little bit of inspiration and reminder for your week, because there are so many things that we need to do and remember. So today we were thinking about a very important key and a secret to your business. Are you ready for the secret? It really is, well, it's the secret to your business, but also it's the secret to your life, to having a successful life. I was just reading this book that I had read before and I got it out again to share with you a few thoughts. But first, I will let Dave introduce our topic to you today. What is it that we would like to talk about today for our Team Talk Tuesday, Dave? What's so important for this week for them to learn?
Well, what we were talking about was that how small and seemingly insignificant or habits can really actually make a big difference, right? And so there's the book that she was reading, it has two arrows and they kind of go, well, there you go, they kind of go like this. And the difference is really some habits of, that you do every day that you might think don't make much of a difference, but really honestly do. And so that's kind of what we were going to talk about.
So we're going to talk a little about this book like he talked about. It's called The Slight Edge. And look, there's a little teeny tiny penny on it and it says, "Little things matter." Oh, can you put your shoes on, honey? So the thing that I liked about this book is that basically he says, I was kind of a loser. The author, Jeff Olson, he says, I was kind of a loser. I would be described as anything but successful for a long time in my life. He said, but there is a key. He said, there's a secret. And when you figure it out, he said, it will make all of your life different. He said, so the slight edge philosophy, that's what I'm going to tell you about today. The slight edge philosophy is this: little steps compounded over time make a difference. The things you do every single day, the things that don't look dramatic, that don't even look like they matter, do matter. Shh. They not only make a difference, they make all the difference. So he said basically that is how you create a successful life and have success in life. He says you can create any life you want, but not all at once, and only by using your philosophy of the secret of time. So they're talking, that's why the penny, he's talking about compound interest for a little bit of it. And he says, it's like the idea of compound interest. If you put aside a penny for a long time, you can end up with a lot of money. I didn't read that exact example, so I don't remember what numbers he used. Versus if you just save up and then one day you just decide to put $1,000 in the bank, if you would have saved a penny a day for your whole lifetime, you'd have a lot more than that. So anyway, especially if it's compound interest. So, and he talks about how those little small actions that we do every day can compound. So then instead of just being on a trajectory like Dave was saying where it's just a steady incline, you actually start to go up like this. So here's the little thing we were talking about. That's the choice you face every day, every hour. A simple positive action repeated over time. That's the arrow that goes up. So a simple positive action that's repeated goes exponentially increasing. A simple error in judgment repeated over time. And sometimes that error in judgment is just not doing anything or not knowing what to do, so you just kind of coast. Or you say, you know what, I'm busy right now, so I'll do Scentsy one day a month. I'm going to do it all day, one day a month. It's kind of like your compound penny interest example. If you do a little bit every single day, then it will start to compound instead of just even that same amount of all day on once a month, all day Saturday. You will get a lot farther if you do 15 minutes every single day of little small good actions. Vincent van Gogh said, great things are done by a series of small things brought together. So that's what I really like is he talks about little things matter. So here he goes. I'm going to read you. It's story time. So it's not really long, but it's just this little page here. It says there's only one difference between those on the path to success and those who are not. The difference is the slight edge, and it boils down to 3 words. See these 3 words? Little things matter. The slight edge is a pretty basic idea that you can sum up this way. Every day, every hour, every moment of your life, you face a choice. You can take a simple positive action, or you can take a simple negative action. And I like that because it's true. You're never standing still. It's kind of like a stream or a river. Your river is either flowing frontwards or it's flowing backwards, but it's always flowing, the river of your life. Simple actions repeated over time will determine the life you lead. So like I said, whether it's your Scentsy business or whether it's, your family life or your life at work or your life in a hobby that you have, simple actions repeated over time will determine the life you lead. The difference between success and failure, between achieving the quality of life you want or settling for less than you desire and deserve, lies 100% in which of those little insignificant actions you choose to do. Everything you need to do to transform your life is easy to do. Did you hear that? Everything you need to transform your life. That means big changes, big differences. Everything, all of those things are easy to do. It's easy to become healthy, fit, and vibrant. It's easy to become financially independent. It's easy to have a happy family and a life rich with meaningful friendships. Tapping into the slight edge means doing the things that are easy. Simple little disciplines that done consistently over time will add up to the very biggest accomplishments. It's easy to have everything in life you ever wanted to have in your life. Every action you need to take and make any and all of your dreams come true is easy. So why is it then that the masses are unhappy, unhealthy, and financially bound? Every action that any of these goals requires is easy to do. Here's the problem. Every action that's easy to do is also easy to not do. Is also easy to not do. So why are these steps so, do you get it? It's so simple. It's the simple things that are easy to do, but it's also so easy to not do them, and that's what most of us do. We think, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, or I'll get to it later, or I'll work on it on Saturday, or I won't call that hostess back because I don't want to bug her yet, so I'll just leave it for a little while. Or, yes, I know that it's the amazing recruiting month this month, but, I don't want to be embarrassed, or I don't want to offend my friends, so it's just as easy to not do it. My cameraman's going a little crazy here. Why are these simple yet crucial things easy not to do? Because if you don't do them, they won't kill you. At least not today. If you won't suffer or fail or blow it today. Something is easy not to do when it won't bankrupt you, destroy your career, ruin your relationships, or wreck your health today. What's more, not doing it is usually more comfortable than doing it would be. I think that's a huge key, especially with Scentsy, or with working out, or with eating healthy. It's a lot more comfortable just to not do it, right? But that simple, seemingly insignificant error in judgment, meaning not doing it, compounded over time, will kill you. It will destroy you and ruin your chances for success. You can count on it. So it's the slight edge. When you make the right choice, you won't see the results, at least not today. But the choices that you face every day, every hour, will ultimately determine if you have success. So everybody wants you all to have success. Whatever that means to be measured by you. Whether that means success because you have time to do your hobbies and you have income to start a hobby, or realize a worthy goal that you've always had. The key is simple. The key, you probably know exactly what you need to do. And if you don't, at least with Scentsy, you have the daily challenges on the Ascent Academy that'll tell you small actions compounded daily over time will lead to huge results. Macy, shh. So anyway, there's our slight edge idea today, is that it's not anything huge. You don't have to have Scentsy take over your life. Mace, just a second. Can you hold your beads still? They don't have to be huge. It doesn't have to be 20 hours a day that you have to do Scentsy. You can, but you'll also burn out. So,
well, that's kind of the point that I was going to make along with what Becky is saying, is in the worlds of, like whether it's weightlifting or dieting or learning something new, obviously if you're dieting, we know that you can't just on Sunday avoid treats and eat
sweets. Real healthy on one day.
And on Sunday you're like you're like a kale guru, but then every other day of the week you're the Krispy Kreme master. And so it's I don't want to offend anybody, I'm just saying it takes the consistent every single day attention. So I coach basketball, right? And sometimes you'll have kids that show up to play basketball at game day, and that's the only day of the week that they'll show up to play basketball. When it's practice time, they show up and they're just too busy doing whatever. If we had Pokemon Go back when I was coaching, I'd probably have kids playing Pokemon Go during basketball practice. But the little things every now and then, the same thing with running. They just tell you that the more and more you run, it just gets miles on you. You want to get as many miles on you as you can. And so, anyways, just kind of to reiterate and support what Becky's saying about the little things every single day make a big difference.
Yep, and then they compound, and then you're like, oh, wow, I've accomplished something big just by doing little things. People ask me all the time, you have 5 kids, you homeschooled for a couple of years, you volunteer in your church in the community, you, I don't know, whatever, all the stuff that all of us do. I'm not unique here. And they're like, how in the world did you do it? And I wish I could do what you did. And, you know, I think this is really my secret. This is really my key, is it's consistency. Little simple things done over time compound. And then all of a sudden you have this big accomplishment that you're like, oh, look what I've done. Or, oh, look at the team that I've grown because I planted recruiting seeds every day. Or I took advantage of a big, huge opportunity like this month. Do you see my plugs? A huge opportunity this month to recruit. And I took advantage of it. So now look how it's compounded over time. It started out with one little penny, but now look at my pennies, they compounded. So anyway, hopefully you guys can remember little actions, simple actions taken every day will help to increase and exponentially incline. Likewise, if you don't work your business every day, even just a little bit, it will lead to a slight decline. And then all of a sudden, when you are just slightly declining, then all of a sudden you kind of take a nosedive, and then you find yourself in your business is kind of dying on the vine, and you're like, how did I get here? I had such promise. I was so excited. I had such a good team at one time, or I had so many prospects, or I had so many parties, and now I just have nothing. Keep those small little simple things that you do every day. Something that I like to do, I start the night before I go to bed, because otherwise I just have too many ideas running around in my head of all the things that I need to do the next day. And I write down the top 3 things that I want to do the next day. What is the most important to my business, to my life, to my relationships, to my health, whatever it is? What 3 things do you want to do? And I always make sure at least one of them are Scentsy, because obviously, again, if you're not always inclining, then you can't hit that peak. You're going to start to decline. So every day, take at least 15 minutes to do something. Focus 15 minutes and decide what you're going to accomplish in that 15 minutes. Is it that you're going to call all the hosts that you've had in the last 6 months and say, hey, brand new catalog coming out, it's the sale month, let's have a party? Or are you going to follow up with that recruit that you just keep mentioning it to, and she's always like, yeah, someday? Well, now is the best time. They don't even know it. Don't let them get by without knowing that now is the best time to join. So anyway, slight edge, small things matter, little things compound every day way better than once a month all Saturday kind of an idea. So here you go. Let's go use the slight edge, and best of luck to you in growing your business. Oh, and one thing I wanted to talk about, I forgot the whole premise of why I wanted to talk about this. I want to start a new hashtag campaign on our team page called Small Wins. Was that right, Dave? Is that what we decided? Small wins. So hashtag small wins. Whenever you do anything that is a small win, whenever you have a little small success story, doesn't have to be big, but remember, small, simple actions compound. So if you talk to that person that you were a little nervous to talk to about joining, that's a small win. That's a small little action that you took. So please post, and I will be rewarding those who post. So please post from now until we forget to do it anymore. So hopefully at least a couple months we'll get in the habit of looking for, as well as creating those small slight edge moments, those small wins that will help us to create momentum and always, if nothing else, stay on that upward incline. So don't forget to post your experiences with the hashtag small wins, and then I'll do a drawing randomly for those of you who are posting. So you're going to want to participate. It will help your business, it will help your life, and it will help our whole team rise and have more success as we all celebrate our small wins. So anyway, here's to a great Tuesday. Love you guys.